Hello and welcome to today's Wild Hearthstone deck tech and gameplay video on Mech Mage. Mech Mage is one of several decks that you'll see me sprinkle in from both this video and onwards. Sprinkle in, but we'll mix it up a little bit. It's one of the decks that when the Sunken City cards were spoiled in release, more or less built itself in its head, and everyone has also done their own version of this deck. I'm not saying mine is better or worse, merely that it's just mine. Some of the key cards that came out that really made the deck sort of pop into existence. Cards like Gaia the Techtonic, Mech Payoff. Let's see, cards like Mecha-Shark, another Mech Payoff. Both of them are mechs themselves. Surveyor, low to the ground mech that replaces itself. Those are the new cards. Some of the older cards, like your Mechwarper and your Galvanizer, help to sort of shrink the cost of your hand and can allow you to do some admittedly pretty explosive turns befitting a wild format. We also have some form of card draw in Seafloor Gateway and Arcane Intellect. Seafloor Gateway can also do a little bit of ramping, air quotes, by reducing the cost. We're running Arcane Intellect. I've seen other versions run Book of Specters. I simply just don't have Book of Specters, and I'm not going to waste that dust. We also have Amalgam of the Deep as a new sort of tribal glue card that kind of fits in. Other than that, we just run loads of relatively good mechs all along the curve. We do run some arguably weird ones. I'm running 2 Wildfire since the deck is almost all creatures. The only real form of removal we're going to have is our hero power and maybe a Mecha-Shark, and I guess you could consider an Okani. Wildfire allows our deck to still maintain some bits of board control. Also, Antique Healbot is not one that I've seen really in any list, and I think this is in Mech list and a very low-key all-star, for lack of a better word. And the last little weird card is Piloted Shredder. It's just a good mech from times long ago. The reason why I'm running Piloted Shredder is because I don't own Zilliax or Snip Snap, and I, as you can see, don't have the dust to just craft it. If you have Snip Snap or Zilliax and you're looking at this list, just sub to Shredder instead of, or sub to Shredder for either one of those cards. With the deck tech now out of the way, we'll go now to game number 1.
Medivh versus Anhilda.
And game number 1 is our little Mech Mage.
Carry out our lady
Honestly,
will.
odds are this is a Pirate Warrior, so we're either going to have to play more control-y and try and eventually turn a corner, which is admittedly a little hard to do against the Pirate Warrior, or we're going to have to, like, sort of OTK them with the goofy things. This is an okay hand, since we have our Arcane Intellects and our Seafloor Gateway, along with the Mechwarper, so we're going to try and just reduce our hand. Never mind, it's taunt. Ooh. I do have a version of a taunt warrior list with this quest that will be made at some point in the future, for reference. But to our original point now, we don't need to play as controlling. I thought it was a pirate quest, but it's in fact taunt quest. Our game plan basically has to stay the same now because we kept our hand with the knowledge that, well, on a certain set of knowledge, it's no longer true. But I somehow think we'll be just fine. And to be fair, this is a pretty honest matchup. In a space like this, where you have an Arcane Intellect and a Seafloor Gateway, we'll go ahead and Arcane Intellect first, so we can get more mechs to reduce the cost with on Seafloor Gateway. I'm sorry, what is Cargo Guard doing? Whatever, I guess. It's just a little weird. Again, we'll just sit here in Arcane Intellect. Our opponent doesn't appear to be... We have 9 cards. Our opponent doesn't appear to be some weirder aggressive version. There's a cat scratching on my chair.
One orc scrapped another orc.
Come on! Come hang out with Dad! Love you! The baby. The guy is pretty good. I have to be honest. let's see. Our opponent is hitting with 6. Let's see. Down to 16 next turn. I think we can afford to take a single turn off.
Interesting.
To hit our gateway here. Honestly, getting a Mecha-Shark there is pretty useful. Hi, Smokey baby girl. I know, I'm not patting you, I'm paying attention. Opponent attacks face. See what they do. We know they have 2 of the grunts in their hand. I imagine they probably have like an Into the Fray somewhere. At least that's what I have in my version. Next turn. Probably. Okay, there's a Darius Crown. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what your deck is anymore. I thought I did, but I don't. I did. Okay, so yeah, but that fucked my brain entirely. What, sweetie pie? I know. I love you, but Dad's gonna ignore you now. I believe we're gonna go ahead and Mecha-Shark first, and then we'll Mechwarper. Use the Automaton after Automaton, just trying to create the biggest, scariest board our modest little Mech Mage can bring to bear. A Galvanizer is great as it reduces, again, more cost here. And this is also what I talked about, or I believe I've talked about the deck's ability to do, honestly, kind of goofy shit. This is a really, really big board. We managed to do a lot of damage. Admittedly, we didn't really get the Mecha-Shark pings we wanted to, but I still kind of maintain it. I don't think we die under any circumstances, so we'll be okay. Alright, I don't have our Megadillo in my version, and they have theirs. Can't really begrudge them a bit. They trade into the Mecha-Shark as they likely should. See where, if anywhere, they decide to trade with their remaining creatures. This is useful. More spaces for Gaia and Gaia's rooms. Yeah, we'll go ahead and Gaia here. Alright. $1 million question. Unfortunately, that attack's a little weird, but it's not insurmountable. Let's see. For you. It's not the greatest drop, but that's fine.
Caution. Hot. Oh.
From this point, we honestly have a relatively large board that can spit out a large amount of damage. I would say our opponent needs to, you know, either gain a lot of health or summon a lot of taunts, but them being in a taunt list, they by all means have the ability to do this. There's a scrappy grunt, sorry.
Who wants to scrap with me?
I suppose I'll have to do that. I think we can win this turn, so we're just going to go ahead and use Motherships here. I'm going to get rid of the Lush Water Scout. This is not the most useful here. We'll attack with the Mothership into the weaker grunts. This will summon 2 mechs. Is there a better way to do this? I'm trying to think. Not particularly. That's not entirely true, actually. Speaking of you. And then we just hit him in the face for a while. Pop! Hey, the Mechwarper! And that is a pretty good example of how Mech Mage, at least this build, and a lot of builds you will see, plays more the role of an aggro combo deck. Since depending on draws, you can do absolutely degenerate shit like that. We'll go now to game number 2. In game number 2 with our little Mech Mage.
Let the games begin.
Warlock could be Murloc, it could be some weird Tamsin goofy shit. So we're just gonna look for some low-to-the-ground threats in the off chance that they're more aggressive.
I greet you.
We'll be polite. Go ahead and Wildfire on one. Admittedly, if they aren't playing like a more aggressive version, that's not going to be the most relevant, but if they are... Okay, that's a choice. Almost. We'll go ahead and ping since we don't know what they're playing. Warlocks, in my own experience, are the more like control-y, Reno Lucky kind of generically good, though admittedly a little boring to me. A couple Seafloor Gateways are kind of useful. Just see what we can get.
Job done.
Honestly, we'll probably just Seafloor Gateway again next turn. See what our opponent plays. Coin into Curse. Demonic Assault tends to be run by Reno versions. Admittedly, could be wrong. Why not? We'll go ahead and Wildfire. Why not? Next turn, we can generate a relatively large board.
I'm setting
Coin for that. I'm well. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and Mechwarper. Well, yeah, we'll Automaton. Why not?
predictable.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. Let's see. We'll go ahead. Yeah, we'll go ahead and Mechwarper. Let's see. Play Trent Surveyor. I probably could have done that in a different order, but I didn't want stuff like that. So we can Mechwarper. Then we can Amalgam. We'll just use the Mechwarper for reasons, I suppose. Spark Engine's not awful, I suppose. It's just things to do. Go ahead and Sunken, or sorry, it's Azsharan Sweeper now. It'll be Sunken Sweeper. We'll go ahead and Spark. Use the set Spark to just trade into their Void. They almost certainly have some kind of answer for this, but I'd rather just make them have it and use it. Admittedly, at 5 mana, there's not like the most choices in the world. Suppose we'll see. Hovering over something. And I'm almost certain this is some sort of Reno lock, which is boring but good. Maybe if our opponent respected our time more, I'd have stronger... Okay, fair. Or less strong feelings on the matter. It's a little unfortunate. But what are you gonna do? Gotta be honest, I find this shit so slow and boring that my eyes sort of kind of glaze over. Okay, yeah, you're running Rustroot Viper. It's Reno. So we gotta be careful because basically no damage actually sticks. It's all very fleeting. And another Mecha-Shark, why not? Again, they almost certainly kill it immediately. But it's one of those we have to try. I mean, hell, they now have a Reno online, so you basically have to kill them
Your wish is
very quickly. Some sort of Shadow Flame, maybe? That wouldn't kill everything. Lightning Storm will do it. Jesus, you're so boring. That's whatever. Just gotta mute that shit. We probably don't win. And to be fair, I've probably made less than, what's the word? Ideal plays. But now we're just kind of, you know, doing the same shit, as it were. Ray's dead for another Zephyrus into something that does things. is an option, I suppose. That's cool, dude. Just waiting. Oh, sweet rope, save me. That's cool. Trying to be understanding. I understand. People come to the door. Emergency bathroom breaks. I get it. I've been there, done that 100%. Though I do, in moments like this, understand my opponent's frustration when I am the one, shall we say, perpetrating those offenses. That's cool. What a fucking neato play. Just come back as the rope ends. We're just gonna play a little bit boring, admittedly, but it's all we can kind of hope to do. Because you can't commit too much because they have loads of sweepers and just general controlling bullshit. Yeah, it's Gaia. Not really much else in the way of options. It's totally useless. The antique Healbot is not useless, but it's not good in this matchup. I will be honest with you viewers at home. I would have probably already quit by now. But it's the start of a season and I like to get that rank back. And also for the sake of the video. Oh god. But goddamn, is that fucking rough. Let's see. We'll go ahead and ping the Void Lord. Swing in with the Mothership. Let's see. Drill and move on to Void Walkers. Gaia into clearly anything else. Don't want to overcommit since they almost certainly have the Reno in their hand. So basically 80 damage isn't really permanent at this stage. Hey! Skyclaw, nice.
At last.
Kazakus for a 5 pot? Or is it Kazakus for a 10 pot? Thank you for at least being a little bit quicker this time. It was 5 pot. Freeze 2 randoms. Get the fuck.
Why do you call?
I guess we can Okani here. We'll name Minion because we know they have a Reno somewhere floating around in their hands. Okay, so we do 3. You. Hoping that if we can push enough damage to make them feel in enough danger to use the Reno. Oh, that's a Defile or some shit, right? Oh, you're running that like stupid ass Tamsin Owl or Tamsin Shellfish, you goofy fucking combo. Really, you give up the Mal'Ganis? Honestly, that outfit doesn't really hurt me that much.
More like a waste than a word.
And there's the Reno. Close enough. We need to draw something really particular, or I'm just gonna scoop and accept the fact that we lost. I got a life and shit to do, and I ain't gonna sit here and keep waiting for this. Okay, you know what? We'll keep going. I gotta mentally persevere, but my god, it's not easy. Suppose we just keep on applying hero powers every turn to help apply some more pressure. It's not, again, it's not going to matter because none of this damage sticks. Okay, that's it. Board. Sometimes you lose against really fucking boring shit. And I know I made some misplays, but I gotta be honest, as I talked about earlier, in really, really boring situations like that, I basically check out immediately. On to game number 3. And game number 3 with our little Mech Mage list. Going against a Shaman, Murloc, more than likely some goofy-ass battle cry, shudder walk kind of thing, but whatever. We'll go ahead and get rid of the Shredder and the Healbot. Don't think we'll need it. That's not awful. We can do something with that. Correction. It's Overload Burn. I would have totally liked to have that. To have the Healbot. So here we go, looking forward really, really quickly. Honestly, it sounds weird, but Arcane Intellect's much more useful right now, even though we don't draw it. Because this deck will admittedly kill us really quickly, but, I mean, I'm a Magic player at my core. Like, it's a burn list. I don't really mind it as much. Oh, he trades it, okay. I was gonna say that seems silly to just throw that card away. We'll play the Amalgam, see what we can find. None of these are that useful. I'm actually gonna go Kaboombot, only because I know this deck typically runs the Spirit of the Frog or the Totem Frog thing that has stealth, and I don't have a great way to deal with that, and hopefully Kaboombot might actually give me a chance to do that. Which I know sounds bonkers to say out loud. We'll take first. Oh, you Bioluminescence. Maybe this is a different... I mean, they're functionally very similar, admittedly. We'll go ahead and card draw. Maybe I can out-combo my opponent. Maybe. I mean, we'll see. This deck usually takes several turns to kill me. Alright, unlocks your mana crystals. That's neato. Go ahead and Seafloor Gateway. We have some time here. I think we're going to keep it. Maybe they trade and clear up some board space for me, which would be kind of nice, actually. It is Spirit of the Frog. That's what I was talking about. Maybe with a Mecha-Shark I can kill that? Although, to be fair, they might just pop off right now. Or, pop off is a strong word here to use, but we'll find out. I don't think they can kill me now? I mean, they can really hurt me, admittedly. Again, to give credit where credit is due. But it hurts me. Okay, well, that hero power kind of tells me all I need to know. This is going to sound weird, but I'm actually going to trade the Amalgam into the Totem. I just want board space right now. Our rough goal here is to Mecha-Shark and play a load of things. Yeah, so we're going to Mecha-Shark first. We're going to Galvanizer. Let's see, let me do the Amalgam on the Mecha-Shark. That's... I have to be able to target that. I guess a Trench Surveyor is not awful. Another Galvanizer. Maybe we find something with the Surveyor. Did kill the Spirit of the Frog, which is good. Snowchugger is just like a relatively cheap thing, and then we just dump out the board. Their deck, if I've seen the right list from like Dane or Raffle, they can actually clear my board up, kind of, depending on what they run. But there's almost no way this Mecha-Shark lives this turn. Yeah. Well, the Wind Chill is not a removal spell. I mean, yeah, it's 4 damage and the attack lost, but that's not that bad. The real question is... Hold on, wait, what? Okay, he summons the Taunt, which is actually bad for him, weirdly. I think we win, right? I think we... Hang on. So, if I can... Okay, so I can trade the Kaboom Bot in and then play a Gaia, and I don't know if that kills him, but goddamn do I hope it does. It might not kill him exactly, but it's going to get really close. And then 3 turns to 4, 2, yes! Ha Degenerate shit for the win! That was actually a pretty fun game, and not just because we got to do degenerate stuff. For the most part, our opponent's deck, being basically just a burn list, respects my time and kills me. So, and to be fair, that's on me. That's more of a personal problem and my lack of patience. Again, with regards to our Game 2 player, I don't argue that their deck is good. It's very good, in fact. It's just a difference in how we play. If that's how you like it, then by all means. But with that all out of the way, thank you all for watching. Remember to like the video if you liked it, and subscribe to my channel if you like my weird grab bag of content and would like to see more. If you have any sort of questions, as long as they're nice and semi-constructive, that's what comments are down below for, and leave one if you want to talk. Thank you all, and remember, I'm pulling for you. We're all in this together.